All right, what is up, everybody? Super excited for today's video. We're going to give an update on Dish. Now, Dish, last time we covered it, was trading in this bullish channel here. You can see we bounced off of the 50% retracement, broke out of that channel, found support on the retest, and we've continued to push up higher. We've hit some of our bullish price targets, and we're actually starting to fill the gap up, right? We talked about the potential for it to come up to this $5 area and fill this gap up on Dish. So now we need to really break things down and talk about the next potential areas that Dish could be heading. So we're going to do all of that in today's video. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel for more. As always, though, the content provided on this channel is for informational and educational purposes only and is not intended to be relied upon as legal, financial, or investment advice. So please be sure to read through the disclaimer. If you're new to the channel, I started actually a completely free newsletter for you guys. It's called Investment Intelligence, and I'm really excited about it. I've had it around for about 3 months now. And you can see here, right? We go over the basically trade ideas, okay, highlighting the conditions on the chart. And then I show you guys the chart itself. Okay. And if you take a look just at the last 3 newsletters, right? So there is a website associated with it. So it's also a little bit of a blog style. You can go back and read all of the previous newsletters and articles. And the last 3 trade ideas have worked out extremely well, right? Teladoc, that was the most recent one. Ran up over 14% from the newsletter. Okay. Then you have PayPal. Okay. Ran up over 10% from the newsletter. And then you have Rivian right here. Ran up over 40%. So if you're a fan of free valuable content and free trade ideas, you're going to want to sign up for that newsletter. I'm not spamming your inbox every single day with 5 to 10 different trade ideas, bragging about 1 or 2 that hit. Rather, it's quality over quantity that I'm choosing here. And I try to sprinkle in 1 to 2 free trade ideas every single week. So you can always do that, or just join the Investment Intelligence Discord itself, right? You guys can join now using the link in the description. It's only $10 a month, and people are making ridiculous amounts of money, right? We talked about the PayPal trade idea, the Teladoc trade idea. But what didn't make it into the newsletter, okay, was Palantir, was Chewy. Those are really, really great plays. Toast was a huge sleeper play. Carnival Cruise Lines, SoFi, many of these plays and more were all available in the analysis trade ideas that are, come within the Investment Intelligence Discord. On top of that, you also get over 35 of my chart layouts. You get my custom scanners. You get my custom, indicators and layouts that I have. So it's a really great package and a really great deal. And I try to make it as affordable as possible. Now, let's get into the video and talk about Dish here. Okay, so Dish is what we came here for, and we're going to dish out the news. So obviously, we talked about it breaking out here of the channel and then getting a retest and pushing up higher. So things were very clean from that perspective. And if we take a look at our daily RSI, we're not even overbought yet, right? This red line here is overbought. There's still room to run on Dish. Now, the most important thing is we're basically trading in between 2 gaps at the moment. That's what these giant blue boxes are. Okay, these are gaps in between this candle, and then a gap in between this candle and this candle over here. And these gaps, they tend to fill about 9% or 90% of the time. So the big question you have to ask yourself is, when do these gaps fill, right? And so, we gap down, and we're showing a lot of signs of a potential gap fill reversal here. Okay, but you just have to be mindful that, hey, we do have a little bit of a gap down now to the 450 region. So if we were to pull back and fill that gap, it's not the end of the world, and it would make a little bit of sense. Okay, 465 is the main support area right now. And really below there, we would expect the 450 gap to fill. Okay, but to the upside, 508 is going to be our resistance level. Okay, that's our 50% retracement level on the fibs. All right. And then above there, we get the rest of the gap fill. And our next resistance or price target is going to be 552. So those are the key areas right now to pay attention to watch when it comes to Dish. All right. If we are able to break above 552, so let's say we flip this area to support from resistance, our 200-day moving average is going to be creeping down lower here, and it's going to be getting very close to 6/625. Okay. And if we were to just draw a little arrow right over here, you can see 6 is also a pretty big psychological level. But what I want to indicate to you guys is, if we were to just simply draw a trend line here, you can see that we're cleanly breaking out at the moment. So this is really what I like the best, and what I like the most about the setup here on Dish is that, hey, if we were to pull back and get that gap fill, or maybe even come down to the 438 support, this offers a really good risk reward scenario to play the potential upside target to 508 or 552, potentially even higher, right? Of course. And then you just manage your risk very accordingly. If we were to, essentially have a false breakout, right? Also known as a look above and fail. So, let's say we were to do something like this, where we break out and then we actually come back within this trend line here. That's going to be known as a look above and fail. And the reason that that's a bearish signal is because on the breakout and retest, this right here is the full opportunity for bulls to come in and say that they're in control, right? They come in and they step in here at this moment and they say, hey, we're in control of the price action now. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to break out, retest, and then push the price up higher. Okay. And if that doesn't happen, right? So if we don't get the breakout, retest, push higher, and we get a look above and fail, then that's going to be an indicator that, hey, this was a false breakout here and that bears are in control. So it's offering a really good setup right now. Okay. And remember, if it does pull back and fill that gap around 450, or we come back around 438, that's really not the end of the world. That offers you a better entry to potentially catch the rest of the move up and have a really tight stop loss below at a level that you're comfortable with, whether it's 423, 404, whatever it is that you decide. The setup is very nice here. And as we mentioned, there's plenty of room to run still, right? It's not like this thing is extremely overbought. Rather, it was just went extremely oversold very quickly, and it's starting to give back a lot of those losses in the forms of gains. So lots of potential here in Dish. We'll have to monitor this one. I think this is definitely one you want to pay close attention to. If you enjoyed today's analysis, remember that you can always book a one-on-one session with me by going to my Ko-Fi page and clicking on the commissions tab. And in there, you can book a 30-minute or you can book a 1-hour session with me directly. I do these little one-on-one Zoom sessions all the time. You can also click on this buy a coffee button, and it's basically a way to leave a tip or donation for the free valuable content that I put out, such as this video, as well as the newsletter, right? So don't forget to sign up for that newsletter. It's quality over quantity. Many of the trade ideas from the newsletter have worked out very, very well. And again, it's because I'm, taking the time to look through, different charts and many charts, honestly, throughout the week, and present high quality setups that offer a good risk to reward ratio. And that's why the last three have really been such great winners, right? Especially if you're someone who trades options and not just stocks alone. That's how you can get some of these really tremendous returns, anywhere from 20 to 50 to 100 to 300% by trading options. Okay, so if you want to get access to all of the different analysis that I have and all of the different trade ideas, as well as the custom scripts, indicators, all of my chart layouts, then you guys can join now the Investment Intelligence Discord. It's only $10 a month, so trying to make it as affordable as possible for everyone, right? I know that there's some people with smaller accounts who are just trying to start out learning how to trade with $100 or maybe $1,000, and they're not able to come in here and spend $1,000 a month or $100 a month on some type of Discord room. So it's priced accordingly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, smash that like button and subscribe for more.